In the heart of the sprawling urban expanse, where the ceaseless rhythm of life merged with the haunting echoes of forgotten dreams, there dwelled a young man named Jay. His existence was an intricate tapestry woven from the threads of city sounds, illuminated by the neon glow of streetlights that painted his world in shades of eerie allure. A solitary figure amidst the teeming masses, walked the labyrinthine streets with a heart burdened by unspoken sorrows. He moved with a cautious curiosity, his heartbeats harmonizing with the distant sirens and the symphony of distant conversations. As he wandered deeper into the heart of the city, the buildings rose like monoliths, their windows staring blankly into the night. Jay's path meandered through narrow alleys where the wind carried whispers of secrets held within the cobblestones. His breath hung in the air, mingling with the tendrils of mist that clung to the cracks and crevices. An abandoned building, a forgotten relic of an era long past, stood before Jay like a sentinel of forgotten memories. With each echoing footfall within its hollow chambers, his presence disturbed the silence that clung to the air like a shroud. Jay could hear the faint sounds of footsteps getting closer. The flicker of his flashlight unveiled walls adorned with graffiti, the scrawls of souls who had sought solace within the embrace of darkness. Jay's steps echoed through the corridor, reverberating like the heartbeat of the city itself. A chill slithered down his spine as whispers, faint yet insistent, caressed his ears. He turned, his heart quickening, searching for the source of the spectral murmurings and the sounds of footsteps getting closer. But the shadows only deepened, concealing their secrets beneath layers of obscurity. In a chamber bathed in moonlight's tender touch, Jay's gaze fixed upon a figure draped in shadows, a figure ethereal and yet substantial. The stranger's eyes, twin orbs of enigmatic radiance, held him captive, an unspoken communion forged between their souls. The city's pulse seemed to quiet, yielding to the symphony of their breaths. With a hesitating hand, Jay reached out as if to bridge the expanse between their realms. But his fingers met only empty air, the stranger's form dissolving like smoke through his desperate grasp. A melancholic sigh seemed to echo in the chamber, a lamentation for a connection that could never be fully realized. Jay stood alone, an urban ghost in his own right, haunted not only by the city's tales but by the spectral encounter that lingered like a fading dream. His steps retraced the path back to the streets, where the city's relentless heartbeat once again intertwined with his own. As Jay's steps quickened, the steps of the phantasm also appeared to get faster. And as the dawn's first light brushed against the edges of his world, Jay carried with him the memory of that haunting presence, an indelible mark upon his soul, a reminder of the beauty and sorrow that existed beyond the surface of the urban facade. Jay's steps quickened as he delved deeper into the heart of the city's secrets. The whispers that had once been distant now enveloped him, their voices a symphony of haunting melodies. Shadows danced along the walls, taking on grotesque shapes that seemed to reach out for him, their fingers of darkness grazing his skin with icy tendrils. A cold sweat trickled down Jay's brow, his heart pounding a frantic rhythm as he descended further into the abyss. Amidst the darkness, he found himself standing before a door. Its surface bore an otherworldly sigil, pulsating with an eerie glow that sent shivers down his spine. With trembling fingers, Jay pushed the door open, revealing a chamber bathed in an unholy light. Before him lay an altar, adorned with symbols that seemed to writhe and twist in his gaze. The air grew thick with a malevolent presence, suffocating him with a sense of dread. As he stepped cautiously into the chamber, the door slammed shut behind him, sealing him within this nightmarish tableau. The walls seemed to close in, the shadows coalescing into grotesque forms that whispered malicious promises of torment. Jay's breath came in ragged gasps as he realized he had stepped into a realm far beyond the grasp of reason, a realm where his deepest fears materialized. From the shadows emerged the figure he had encountered earlier, but now, its eyes glowed with a maleficent fire. The room seemed to warp and twist around it, its voice a cacophony of anguished cries layered with cruel laughter. The very fabric of reality seemed to unravel as Jay's mind became a canvas for the most visceral horrors, painting scenes of his darkest nightmares in excruciating detail. In the midst of this sensory onslaught, Jay's unspoken sorrows transformed into tangible terrors. His every fear, every regret, manifested before him, clawing at his sanity with relentless fervor. The chamber became a labyrinth of torment, his own mind twisted against him. As the malevolent figure drew closer, Jay's will began to crumble, and he found himself on the precipice of oblivion. Just as he was about to succumb to the abyss, a glimmer of realization pierced through the haze of terror. With a surge of desperate determination, Jay summoned the strength to resist, to defy the monstrous mirages that sought to consume him. He faced his fears head-on, confronting the tormenting apparitions with unwavering resolve. In a crescendo of anguish, the malevolent figure let out a deafening shriek, its form contorting and distorting before dissipating into nothingness. The room, once a chamber of nightmares, began to crumble, its walls dissolving like mist. Jay's surroundings blurred and twisted until, with a jolt, he found himself back in the abandoned building, the air heavy with the lingering stench of fear. Gasping for breath, Jay stumbled out of the building, his heart still racing from the horrors he had faced. As the first rays of dawn broke through the horizon, he emerged from the abyss, forever changed by his harrowing ordeal. The city's heartbeat seemed to echo his own, a reminder that even within the urban labyrinth, the line between reality and nightmare is often blurred. With a newfound sense of determination, Jay walked away from the shadows that had threatened to consume him, his footsteps echoing with a resolute rhythm. For he had traversed the realm of fear and emerged stronger, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. And as the sun's warm embrace bathed the city in its golden light, Jay knew that he had conquered the terrors that lurked within the depths of his own mind, forever free from the shackles of the unknown.